Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers, November 22nd, 2013. Let's get to this weekend's football picks. It is Week 12. Well, here we are, crowning some district champions and, of course, some state playoff action starting as well. Troy at Danville. District 4 AA championship on the line and the right to move on. Well, Troy has really shocked a lot of people. Mount Carmel and Montoursville under their belt, and they're playing their best football, I think, of the year. But the Danville Ironmen, they got the job done against a very tough Loyal Sock team. I'm going to take the Ironmen of Danville. Long trip for Troy. Didn't bother him last week coming down from Montoursville, but I think the Ironmen may have just a little more than Troy this week, but a great season for them. Easton and Parkland. Well, Easton beat Parkland in Week 2 by 24. Now, Parkland, a different football team here in Week 12, and Easton has to travel to Parkland for this affair. But I'm going to take the Rovers. I think they do it. Easton over Parkland here for the District 4 Quad A Championship. Moving along, Catasauqua at Lake Lehman. Well, Catasauqua, a great year, just one loss. Same for Lake Lehman, opening week loss to Old Forge. The Black Knights and Jerry Gilski get to play at Spartan Stadium. District championship, first time for him as a head coach. He's been up at Lehman for a few years, so I'm going to take Lake Lehman for their first playoff victory here in the state playoffs. So we'll see what happens. Berwick and Bethlehem Catholic, Friday night affair. J. Bernie Crum. Berwick traveling down the Lehigh Valley. They win a very hard-fought victory over Abington Heights last week, 35-28. Let's see if the Berwick Bulldogs can get it done once again against a District 11 foe. I'll take the Bulldogs. And our final game is Old Forge and Southern Columbia. Well, Old Forge, what a win for them last weekend. They took on Dunmore, and they just literally pounded the football. And Old Forge will continue to do that this week against a Southern Columbia team that's pretty good. Now, Southern Columbia, about 56 guys on the roster. That's 10th through 12th grade. Jim Roth, incredible job with the program over the years. They could throw the football a little bit this year, and you have to watch where those running backs are going to go. They're playing this one down at Shamokin. Of course, the Tigers come off the victory against South Williamsport, and they gave up over 300 yards last week to a young man out of South Williamsport who went over 3,000 yards for the year. But, Brandon Yuskavage is a heck of a running back. Somehow I see Southern Columbia scoring a little bit more points than Old Forge this week. But again, I think this is going to be a great football game. I think the winner of this one makes a run all the way to the state final. That's your football picks for this week, Week 12, the 22nd of November, here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.